21st of February 2020, and its terms have been extended up to 31st August 2024. And whereas the 22nd Law Commission of India has issued a public notice on 14th June 2023 inviting views and ideas from all stakeholders on the subject matter of having a uniform civil code throughout India. And whereas the government of Nagaland, through a cabinet decision, had earlier submitted its views on this subject to the 22nd Law Commission on the 4th of July 2023, conveying its opposition to UCC on the ground of the unique history of Nagaland since the pre-independence British era and assurance of the non-interference policy starting from the pre-independence time and continued by the Government of India in the social and religious practices and customary laws of the people, and the constitutional guarantees given under Article 371A, and strongly urging that Nagaland is completely exempted from the purview of UCC. And whereas in the consultative meeting with various stakeholders on the subject of UCC organized by the state government on the 1st September 2023, the representative of the various tribal host organizations have expressed their strong resentment and objection to the idea of having a civil uniform code. And whereas the apparent objective of the UCC is to have a single law on personal matters such as marriage and divorce, custody and guardianship, adoption and maintenance, succession and inheritance, which in our view should pose a threat to our customary laws, social practices, and the religious practices, which will be in danger of encroachment in the event of imposition of uniform civil code. And whereas Article 371A of the Constitution of India states, notwithstanding anything in this Constitution, no act of Parliament in respect of the religious or social practices of the Nagas, Naga customary law and procedure, and administration of civil and criminal justice, involving decisions according to Naga customary laws, and ownership and transfer of land and its resources shall apply to the state of Nagaland, unless Legislative Assembly of Nagaland by a resolution so decides. Now, therefore, this 14th House of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly hereby unanimously resolve for exemption from the proposed enactment of Uniform Civil Code in its application to the state of Nagaland. Thank you.
The motion moved is this, that this House unanimously adopt a resolution moved by the Honorable Chief Minister. Those, again, in favor of adopting the resolution may say aye. Aye. Those against may say no. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The resolution as moved is unanimously adopted. Honorable members, we have covered all the business listed for today, and there is no other business before us. Therefore, I adjourn the House to meet again at 9:30 a.m. on the 14th of September 2023.
So we've just seen the proceedings from the Nagaland Assembly that has unanimously now adopted a resolution that strongly urges the state be completely exempted from the purview of the UCC. That is, remember, the proposed Uniform Civil Code. You've seen that entire proceedings. Now all that has been done unanimously. They essentially, remember, have been against the idea, the concept of the UCC. We've seen the state chief minister who has been speaking on that occasion, and he says that he's moving this government resolution because this is what suits the state. Now, I just want to quickly recap what we heard from him, and also our colleague Aishwarya, I'm told, is joining us on the phone line. Aishwarya, he said the Nagaland government and the Naga people are of the view that the UCC will pose a threat to customary laws, social practices and the religious practices of the Naga people, which will be in danger. And that's the reason why he said it's important to oppose unanimously the UCC. Aishwarya.
Well, that's right. And in this very resolution, Deepti, unanimously all 60 MLA of the Nagaland Assembly, which is situated in Kohima, have unanimously, I repeat, which include 12 MLAs of the Bharatiya Janata Party, have unanimously approved this resolution, which protects and prevents the implementation of the UCC, if at all, over and above the law. And BJP MLAs are a part of this resolution being unanimously passed. It's very significant, and it is also raising more and more questions now. That is the government really looking in to bring the UCC in this 5-day special session. That is also being now really talked about. It is not only about one nation, one poll. It is not only about the other issues, but also UCC. So very clearly, it's a very important development. Beginning from Nagaland, it's also that we believe there are at least 1 or 2 other states where similar resolutions can be passed, where there are tribal interests at bay. So yes, at this point of time, that's the latest Deepti coming in, that all 60 MLAs, including 12 of the BJP, have unanimously passed this resolution, which prevents the implementation of UCC in Nagaland. Deepti.
Okay, Aishwarya, I know you have limited time because you have to go in for your show, but I just want to ask you one more quick question, because we are talking of the upcoming special session of the Parliament. What's happened vis-a-vis the UCC, we have seen not a consensus, Aishwarya, on that issue yet. Many, not just, I think, within the opposition, but a lot of allies, even in the NDA possibly, have reserved their position on UCC. Now, do we believe that this possibly could also be one of the things that we could see in the special session then, Aishwarya?
Point of time, Deepti, in fact, this is the bill which divides the INDIA alliance right in the middle. There are parties to the like of the Aam Party, the Samajwadi Party, the TMC, that are completely opposite views on UCC, not on constitution, they're all together, but on UCC they are completely divided right in the center. But it's up to the government. There is no confirmation whether they are getting the UCC bill, or it's the Bharat bill, or it's the One Nation, One Poll bill, or it's the Mahila Bharat. All of these bills are being talked about. So it is speculated. The Assembly unanimously passing of UCC resolution in the state of Nagaland, including from BJP. Yes, this question will be asked, and again, we'll try to get a confirmation on that as well.
Okay. All right, Aishwarya, thank you so much for helping us understand the big picture. And do remember, according to Article 371A of the Constitution that we also saw and heard the Chief Minister referring to, this says that no act of Parliament will apply to the state of Nagaland in a matter relating to religious or social practices of Nagas, the Naga customary law and procedure, administration of civil or criminal justice that involves decisions as important as the UCC might be wanting to entail. So clearly, we do not know what happens in the upcoming special session of the Parliament, but this is important, as Aishwarya just underscored. You have seen the Nagaland Assembly unanimously passing a resolution for the exemption from the UCC. In case you're tuning into the broadcast just now, we play out exactly what happened in the Assembly a little earlier.
Speaker, sir, I'd like to move for the consideration and adoption of the resolution on Uniform Civil Code. Whereas the Government of India has appointed the 22nd Law Commission of India on 21st of February 2020, and its terms have been extended up to 31st August 2024. And whereas the 22nd Law Commission of India has issued a public notice on 14th June 2023 inviting views and ideas from all stakeholders on the subject matter of having a uniform civil code throughout India. And whereas the government of Nagaland, through a cabinet decision, had earlier submitted its views on this subject to the 22nd Law Commission on the 4th of July 2023, conveying its opposition to UCC on the ground of the unique history of Nagaland since the pre-independence British era and assurance of the non-interference policy starting from the pre-independence time and continued by the Government of India in the social and religious practices and customary laws of the people, and the constitutional guarantees given under Article 371A, and strongly urging that Nagaland is completely exempted from the purview of UCC. And whereas in the consultative meeting with various stakeholders on the subject of UCC organized by the state government on the 1st September 2023, the representative of the various tribal host organizations have expressed their strong resentment and objection to the idea of having a civil uniform code. And whereas the apparent objective of the UCC is to have a single law on personal matters such as marriage and divorce, custody and guardianship, adoption and maintenance, succession and inheritance, which in our view should pose a threat to our customary laws,